I've been sipping. I've been sipping. I think I'm gonna go back in there and give me another glass. Hi, fam. Yes, we're gonna talk about this case from my perspective. I'm just gonna give people some time to hop up in here real quick. And I'm not gonna be long because I know. What's up, Tiff? I'm not gonna be too long up here because I know some of my other constituents will probably be live. Everybody gonna go live on this. Hey Tiff, I'm good. How are you? How are you, sweetie? How you been? This is gonna be one hell of a case. What's up, NC? This is gonna be. Listen, the person that brought my attention to drill was Duck. That's why I'm so heavily invested in Duck and how this thing played out. But as I started to understand what drill was about and the origins of it, what up, Chris? And what was going on behind the scenes, because, a lot of older people didn't know about what was going on with this drill shit, okay? But when I saw Duck laying in the street like that, y'all, it did something to me. Mind you, it's been a lot of rappers, dying and a lot of things was going on. But this particular, what's up, Mayat? What's up, Sparks? This particular news report, and when I saw him on the floor fighting for his life like that, I got tears in my eyes right now. I said, what the fuck is going on here? This was what my whole spirit said this shit. What's up, OMC? What's up, TB? My whole spirit, that shit shook me. So I started to do my research on Duck. I was obsessed. I started watching him and I started watching everything, and I would call my friends and be telling them what I was discovering was happening in the drill scene. What's up, Judah? Because I couldn't believe what was going on, and I called A several times. Like, I used to call A crying, like I couldn't believe what the fuck was going on over there, yo. And I was fixated on Duck. So I started listening to his lives and stuff, and I saw that. So, he wouldn't only be talking about drill shit and gangster shit. He would say shit like, you see what they doing to the black women over there? The Mexicans is killing these black pregnant women, and fuck them, and what the mayor doing it. Like, he would be talking about other things rather than just drill. He would even say shit like, we need to stick together, shit like that. Go look at some of his old lives. He was young now, so every now and then he was with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's an angel or anything in that aspect, but when you're an angel amongst in a land of the beast, you're gonna have to defend yourself. So I'm looking at this case and I'm like, yo, somebody got to tell them who they are, because I already knew who they was spiritually, and I knew something spiritual was going on. I just happened to look in my, what's up, your sweet place? I just happened to look, I was looking at my pictures today, and I saw that I had took a screenshot of something that I was reading in one of my Freemasonry books where it was talking about Chicago and some of the things that they were doing. And now I don't know where the hell it is. I was on the train, but I found it. What's up, Dro? It was in my Freemasonry book. And when they were discussing, yeah, I'm gonna get to that, my yacht. What's up, Jackals? As I was looking at my Freemasonry book, because I was telling people that they was doing early rituals out there in Chicago, real early in the 20s and shit. They was trying to unleash something. Now, the person that was trying to unleash something over there was the father of Satanism, and his name is Aleister Crowley, right? Now, Aleister Crowley is said to be Barbara Bush's father. This is George W. Bush's mother and George Bush Sr.'s wife. Okay, they said that that's his daughter. Now, as I'm looking and I'm tying things together, I said, oh, they did this shit in Chicago. Now, Chicago also has a place called the Fulton Market over there on the west side, not too far from the Gold Coast. And you have over here, we have a Hudson, what the fuck did I just say? We also have the same fucking Fulton Market over here in New York City. So I'm looking at the demographics. I'm looking at it's a city, it's a big city, and most big urban cities have a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? But then as I started to watch, there's a YouTube series, Fulton Market, yeah. As I started watching these YouTube series about the murders in Chicago, the most horrific murders in Chicago, if you look at that from the, and sometimes when he does them, he'll go all the way back to the 20s and 30s, and that's where the murders began. Just around the time when they opened that portal. Okay, I had to take y'all back there. Okay, so I'm watching this, and as I'm watching the drill scene, I'm making friends because, we made friends just like all of y'all in here. What's up, Harley? All of y'all in here, we started hanging out with each other online and shit. Like it was during the pandemic and shit. Everybody was on social media. So I met a lot of older people that was also watching drill. And I started having conversations with them, and they was like, I said, what made you, what introduced you to drill? And all of the older people that I spoke to said duck. Okay, so that right there told me that something spiritual was going on, that there was some type of balance that had to be had, because I would see a lot of people saying, oh, what your old ass doing here and stuff like that to older people. It was because it was needed. There was some type of balance that needed to be had in that cipher, in that community. You know what I'm saying? In that demographic, there had to be some elders around. You know what I'm saying? It might not have been, what's up, Dream Doll? It might not have been in person, you know what I'm saying? Where you have older OGs kicking it to you, but you're still able to reach people and drop something in their mind for them to think like we're doing right now. So it was a lot of older people. So also, as I was learning about this, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was really good in the drill shit, doing readings and shit. She was doing a lot of readings and a lot of shit. You can go look at her readings right now. Her channel is NBT Tarot. You can go back and look at NBT Tarot and look at her old videos if she still has them up there. And she was already predicting a lot of shit that was going on. So me and Sky used to talk every day. Me and Sky used to kick it every day. So I told her what it meant to me after I looked at, because a lot of people also was telling me they felt like they was watching Superman laying on the ground when they was discussing Duck, seeing that video. That shit did a lot of people, that video fucked them up, seeing Duck on the floor like that. Even people that didn't even know who he was, including me. So I told her, I said, yo, I don't know why I keep watching stuff about Duck. Like, I'm just drawn to him. So I told y'all I did the numbers and I saw all the nines involving Duck. Was born on 126. He was born on December 6th, which is 126. Now, I had this channel for a long time. I just never knew it was a channel. I never knew what to do with it. So for the out of the 9-10 years I've been on YouTube, I only started getting on YouTube and using it for the past 3 years. So I already had 126 in my name when I started watching drill. So I said, okay, something's up here. Okay, so I told y'all already about this. I was looking at Duck. I saw the 9 in his birthday. So I was watching his video for Fooling Ya freestyle, where he did the freestyle on Chief Keef song. And he was standing in front of this building with it was him, Brick, Lucky, and Can't Get Right. And they were standing in front of a building, and the building number was 6318. If you add the 6318, it's 9 and 9. 9 and 9 is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. In numerology, you add up all the numbers and it becomes one number. So that one number that comes from the building they were standing in front of, that was a 9. Okay, so I'm watching another video of his called Intro, where he had that red jersey on and he was standing on 63rd in front of the daycare center. The daycare center was 558, the number he was standing in front of. 558, if you add that up, 10 plus 8 is 18, that's another 9. So as I started seeing all these nines and shit, I was like, yo, they shouldn't have killed him. This is what I told her. I said they shouldn't have killed him, sis, because they releasing a 9 ether energy. Yep, your sweet place, 63rd. Listen, exactly. That's and what was Duck known for? He was from 63rd. He represented 63rd. So there was a whole bunch of nines with Duck. So I was like, I said they fucked up because now shit is gonna change. All that shit is gonna come to an end. Okay? This is what I told her. And I told a lot of my other friends I was talking to from Chicago that it's a wrap now. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why spiritually it's happened on the Gold Coast. Gold is associated with us. And gold is the number one conductor of energy. Okay? So that 9 ether energy being released at the Gold Coast, that was something spiritual, y'all. Okay? Not only was Duck representing the 9 ether energy, Vaughn also was representing the 9 ether energy, because even though he was against 63rd, he was known also for 63rd, because what was his motto? His motto was, we not from 63rd. So just as much energy as Duck was having with his 63rd representation, so did Vaughn, because his theme was, I'm not from 63rd. So they both had the same energy. Not only that, Vaughn was born on the 9th of August. Right, Judah. He wasn't embracing his 9. He wasn't vibrating correctly. He wasn't sent here to be what he had. And Vaughn knew that within him. I'm gonna tell y'all how deep this shit is, though. You remember when the little girl, Duck's daughter, True? Look at that. Her name is True. Her name is True. Duck's daughter, True, ran over to Mama Duck in the park and grabbed her leg. That was Vaughn. That was Vaughn. Because now he understands what it was he was supposed to be doing when he was here. He didn't understand. He knew it within him. He knew it within him. But see, with our lives, when we come down here, y'all, we come down here with everything. What's up, Delicate? We come down here with the blueprint from God. But as soon as we get down here, look, y'all, it's 18 people in here. They go to 9 right there. They go your confirmation if you think I'm bullshitting. It's 18 people in here. Okay, so we come down here programmed from God, but as we grow up and go to school and all that shit, you know, our program gets erased and it gets replaced with the program that we're living under, the system that we're living under. So we get programmed with that energy. And I think that's why Vaughn got killed exactly 3 months later. Duck's number was 3. After his energy was released, one of the 9 ether energies that was there to balance shit out, because you had Vaughn on one side and you had Duck on the other. But Vaughn wasn't playing his position. What's up, 90s? And it's not because, it's really not his fault. Because when we're born here, we have free will. Even though we programmed, with God's program, when we get here, we still have free will. We choose which way we're going to go. And the powers that be that know and understand all of this stuff that I'm trying to say to y'all, that I'm trying to relate to y'all, they know how to disrupt that program and get us to go and ride with them. So we give all our godly gifts and energy to their agenda instead of God's agenda. Nobody gives a fuck about what. You don't hear none of these conversations that we ever have where anybody says, but God said we shouldn't be doing that. You don't hear that. Why? Because we're programmed to go against universal law. But let me get back to this. So I told my friend, that same young lady, Sky and BT Tarot, I told her when I saw the academics interview, when Vaughn was asked about Duck and he started laughing, my first thought that came to me, y'all, is not that I wanted this to happen. My first thought that came to me was, why did he do that? He's going to die, okay? I don't know where that came from. But then again, I do know where it came from, because I knew that was his chance to pick his crossroad and make what he was doing wrong right, and he didn't choose to do it. And I'm going to tell y'all how I know that he knew that was his position, because he said it after Doug died. And to y'all, it was trolling. But to me, that was his highest self. He was testing the waters to see what the public would say when he said that him and Duck had made up, and that if they was to get together, they could bring peace to Chicago. So him just saying that, he already knew. Do y'all get me so far where I'm going with this? I said that Duck was placed on that side with the 9 ether, and so was Vaughn. But Vaughn wasn't willing to play his position, but he knew what he was supposed to do, and he didn't do it. So 3 months later, which is Duck's number, Duck is FBG number 3. In approximately 90 days, he had 90 days to make it up. He was given a chance. But instead, in front of the public where he's supposed to be saving lives, he decided to still ride with this wicked demonic shit. In front of the whole world, because everybody is watching that academics interview. I said, sis, my first thought was he's going to die. The next day, I hope y'all following me. The next day, he was going from New York to Atlanta. See, Vaughn knew. Remember when he was saying he couldn't sleep? He couldn't sleep because he was torn. Because he knew he wasn't supposed to be doing that, do that, to be involved with that shit that happened to Duck. He knew. But to please his peoples and to please the public that was looking at him as a murderer, he decided to go against his own free will, his own higher self. He knew he was going to die. He knew he was going to die. Remember when academics asked him in the truck, why are you looking over your shoulder? That was the dark angels of death. And he said he couldn't sleep. And he said, oh, you got to watch out everywhere. You got to be on point everywhere. No. He felt that that's why he couldn't sleep. So when he got on the plane now to go to Atlanta, he gets off the plane, and the same chick that was representing him at the case that he had with Dirk is at the airport with a mask on, asking him for his ID. Because what I told my homegirl was, when I seen that, when they stopped him at the airport, I said, oh shit, sis, I told you he's on the radar now. He's on the radar. They on his ass. That's what I said to her. The next day, Vaughn was dead. Okay? This all happened within a 3-day span. I saw the academics interview. I said, why did he do that? He's going to die. The next day, they stopped him at the airport. I told anybody I was talking to at the time that he's on the radar now. And that same night, it wasn't even the next day when they stopped him at the airport. It was that same night Vaughn was killed. But I said all that to say that he had a choice. Because even if we don't play our positions here, Spirit will make sure we play our positions here, because I told y'all, the universe doesn't recognize us as human beings. The universe only recognizes us as spirit. So when we die, they don't look at that as death, because they know that we live on in spirit. So if somebody is supposed to be playing a position and teach the rest of us, and they die, it's a lesson for the rest of us, because we moving wrong. Just like when Whitney Houston got killed in front of the whole wide world and nobody ain't noticed that shit. And I told people, I said, it's going to get worse now, because nobody's recognizing what's going on. But let me not get off topic. After I saw what was going on, I said, okay, I got to tell them what's really happening here. So I told y'all that I said something just to test the waters on SNTV, one of his videos. I talked about the open portals and how it's some type of fucking ritual or some type of spell going on, okay? And it was people from Chicago that jumped on that motherfucking comment and was started telling me more shit that I didn't know. And I was shocked, because I didn't think that they knew. But they was waiting for somebody to say some shit so they could say something. That's not normal energy. It's coming out now that when they kill somebody, they would take a picture with their cell phone. That's not normal energy. That's demonic. Then you have people actually calling themselves demon and trying to be as evil as they can be. And I'm not saying that they was raised like this or anything like that, but when you start to do negative things like that, and the more you stray away from universal law, the more susceptible you are for demonic energies to attach themselves to you. So a lot of these people that's doing this type of shit, they got demonic shit attached to them. They actually have actual demons attaching themselves to them. They're called walk-ins. The example of that is The Fallen, the movie The Fallen with Denzel Washington. When they would touch and they would say, time is on my side. Yes, it is. That fucking movie is something like that. They know what they be doing when they show these movies and shit like that. But they'll make it seem to us as if it's not real. But they have to tell us everything, because that's universal law, that they have to follow universal law too. They just do it in a sneaky way because they know we don't know shit. So even before they want to do something, they'll put it in a movie. And our reaction is what gives them permission, because they have to get permission from us. And they have to tell us what they're getting ready to do. So that's why you'll see a movie like The Purge. And then after everybody was going to see The Purge and The Hunger Games and all these fucking movies, I don't know why anybody would want to go see a movie where black people was getting chased down and killed by white people. I ain't want to see that shit. What's up, multimedia? Right after they put out The Purge, the cops started killing people. Go look at the timeline. So exactly, Sparks. So what I said to myself is, okay, I gotta go in here and drop some jewels. I gotta test the waters and see what the fuck it is I could do with this energy over here. Cause some shit is going on over there. And they have no fucking idea. So let's say this was a week after Duck got killed, and I already knew who did it. I never stepped foot in Chicago. I never listened to drill music. None of that shit. I just was reading the comments, and I was going from platform to platform, live video, Instagram to live Instagram, and I figured out who did it. And they was talking about it. That's why I never blamed anything on anybody. Peace, AZ King, that was talking, because they said it out their own fucking mouths. That's how I was able to figure it out. I didn't know nobody. I ain't speak to nobody. Everything is online. So they was live one day. The O Block, the dudes from O Block was live one day, and I knew what they were saying, that they did it. I knew from what they were saying. First, I had watched the Boss Top interview. I knew from then that. And then he pointed to Gleesh and them and all that shit. I was like, yo, this is some bullshit. They actually online fucking telling what they did. So after I watched that interview, I found out who was who. And I started following them, and I saw them live. And I got on the live and I told them, stop it. The feds is watching. This was 1 week after Duck was killed. Remember I told y'all my purpose? I felt like my purpose was to come and drop some jewels over here, because I saw the same shit that happened years ago when I was younger happening again after I really put 2 and 2 together. And Trap Law Ross does a documentary about FBG Duck's passing and the whole story between what happened with them. And I'm looking at this shit, and I see my name on the screen. Lotus, my Instagram, lotus.queen.31. And it showed the comment that I made that I just told y'all, where I told them, stop it. The feds is watching. So a week after they did that to Duck, I already fucking knew they was going to the feds. Dirk is slowly. Now, let's get to the Dirk thing. When I was doing my research, I noticed that his cousin, Nunu, got killed. And I went and looked at the Nunu shit. And I did my research on the Nunu shit. And I saw that there was a nurse on the scene when Nunu got shot that could have saved his life. He was still breathing. She had took his pulse. He was still breathing. Yeah, Sparks. And some told me that was a setup. Because when she asked, could she help him because he was still alive, they told her no, she couldn't help him. They let him sit there for 15 minutes, just like they did with Duck. The cops stopped her, right, OMC? So they let Nunu die, just like they let Duck die. Because that's another thing that disturbed me about Duck, how they left him there. And he was fighting for his life like a fucking lion for 20 minutes, and they left him there. They just left him there. That's when I said that something bigger is involved in this. It's not just street shit, which I already knew. Because I told y'all they used the wire to plant the seeds for this type, for our youth to take this direction, plus them telling us we can't beat the shit out of our kids when they need their ass beat. All that shit played a part in where the youth are today in their mind. These people go 20 years ahead of us because they watch us and study us, and they study astrology. They understand us way 100,000 times more than we do. We have no idea who we are. Absolutely no idea. These people know us back and forth. They know how to manipulate us. And I said this yesterday when I was live, when I talked about how our frequency went up with the Alabama incident, and the next day when we was riding high off that shit, the next day they released it with the little girl that's supposedly a drill artist, that she was dead, but she was a white girl, because they wanted to switch that energy. So that's why they released that little tape was dead, because we was fucking up the frequency. We brought that shit too fucking high. It was good. The sun was fucking burning the shit out, motherfuckers. The Richter scale was going off the hook, because we was fucking lit with that. Exactly, my God. So this whole thing right here with Dirk, it's coming out that this guy Teasy, THF Teasy, um, the first person that he asked for was D-Thing. And CSP said this. I'm not going to take the credit for this because I've been listening to everybody. CSP said, it brought to my attention that Mama Duck said it first, though. If Vaughn is the one that put the hit on Duck, why was he asking for D-Thing? If he knows people's numbers in O Block where he can reach them, why didn't he ask for Vaughn's phone number? Vaughn was the one that was representing O Block, not D-Thing. D-Thing represents Dirk. But I told y'all that my first thought was, when I seen that whole situation and Duck and Vaughn got killed, it wasn't only spiritual. It also had to do with, see, when spirit has to do something, it'll use certain energies to take for it to be done. And I think they were removed so that Dirk could be the one in position, just like they did years ago over here with Biggie and Tupac when they wanted Jay-Z in position. Now you see when at the time I was studying all of this, Dirk had the blonde hair. Now that's one of the things they have to do to show each other that what level they are in the cult that is in the music industry that took it over. So when he dyed his hair blonde, he was going from one degree to the next. He was going from one level to the next. And that was being shown. If you think I'm lying, you see how many people dye their hair. Chris Brown, Kanye West. Like, you see these people go through this phase with this blonde hair shit, okay? And I know it may not seem significant to y'all, but if you understand the rituals that they go through, you know it when you see it. If you don't, you're not going to know. You're just going to think it's fashion. Now, when they had that case with Dirk and with Dirk and Vaughn, I think also Vaughn was discovering something, but he didn't have nobody to talk to about it. He was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Vaughn was just as stressed as Duck was when he passed away. They both was really stressed out, and they was finding out shit and starting to understand shit at the time of their deaths. Vaughn was starting to see that Dirk was fucked up. How convenient is it that they told them that they can't be together? I never heard no shit like that before. I ain't never heard no shit like that before. What's up, Perk? I never heard people in a case that they can't be around each other if they, got bail or bond. I never heard that shit in my life. But it was a perfect thing. When Vaughn and Duck got killed, and Dirk found out, he was live both times. He was live when Duck died. When he found out about that, they was telling him in the comments, and he was live when Vaughn died. See, this is a wicked, wicked, wicked. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not saying that Dirk might have wanted to, but once he was offered that deal, he can't go back to Chicago. Once he was offered that deal and he saw a way out, they be cornering these guys in this industry. If you want this, I got a picture. I think I should show y'all this picture. I got a picture of T.I., y'all. But I swear to God, it looked like T.I. getting have something stuck up his ass. And I don't know where I got this picture from. I just remember somebody had sent it to me, and I kept it. Something told me to keep it, and I kept it. But it's a horrible looking ass picture. That's why I didn't put it up anywhere in public. But I think I'm gonna show it to y'all. I'm gonna look and see if I have it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dirk goes down, or if he doesn't go down. Because if he don't go down, I know that he down with them people. But I think that he played a way more bigger position than what they're telling us. Um, and all the bloggers is figuring that shit out now. I always, yeah, he don't speak on Basil. He don't say nothing about Basil. Chris Brown as well got a pic floating around. He do? Damn, you're a sweet place. This fucking picture, listen. I'm gonna look for this picture right now. I'm gonna show it to y'all real quick. This fucking picture is so fucking disgusting. What year did I get this? I don't know what year I got this picture. It's because I have it in my Google shit, but if it's meant for y'all to see it, I'm gonna find this shit right now. These guys, if they want to be high up on the ladder, y'all, they have to do certain things. And what a perfect way. He would be a perfect candidate. He would be just somebody that they like because he could get on a song and say one line and people die. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the type of shit, that drill shit is the type of shit that they loved. They love that because they get and feeding their gods. Their gods need blood. And it's a whole bunch of blood spilled out all over the place, all over Chicago, where all these young boys was killing each other. And what I told people was, what's up, Skippy? I told people, I said, they only let people rock for 10 years. After 10 years, it start breaking down. I said, they gonna let y'all rock. I went on X-Men Rico's thing, and I told them, I said, they gonna let y'all rock for 10 years. I said, I guarantee y'all the feds is coming. Now, I just watched, because they did it in New York. If they wanted to stop that shit, they could have stopped it. They did it in New York when they let them rock for 10 years. It was all type of shit going on over here, all type of murders. But when they was ready to shut that down, after 10 years, they shut it down. And I was telling people all over YouTube, I said the 10 years is up, the feds is coming. And people was arguing with me, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And now it's all coming to light. If you go look at AK's last video, he broke that shit down, and that's exactly what's about to happen. They're gonna hi JR. They're gonna arrest all these gang members. They're gonna round them up and they're gonna arrest them. And I tried to warn them because I already knew. I was trying to warn them. Yeah, he was a quarterback in a play, Sparks. But it's out of his hands. It's out of his hands. Y'all got to go listen to what CSP said about it. CSP was even saying that he believes that D-Thang was taken out and people knew he was going to get taken out. He was taken out to hide Duck's murder because the money was distributed by D-Thang. Now, he also was saying that, I don't know how true this is because I don't have no proof of it, but anytime Dirk was giving out money, it's 100,000 here, 100,000 to Buka, 100,000 to this one. Now let me play devil's advocate. If I had a plan to set somebody up to take the fall for some shit that I want to be done, I would say, okay, I would give him take this 100,000, go give it out to the gang. You know what I'm saying? Go get a gang some money, go hit them off, and then it was taped and put all over the internet. So then later on, when they came out and said that Vaughn put $100,000 on Duck's head, it's easy to blame Vaughn, right? They had him dissing Duck's friend in every goddamn song, and everybody was saying that him and Duck was going back and forth. So it would be logical for people to believe that it was Vaughn that put that hit out on Duck. But what if it wasn't Vaughn? What if it was somebody else who wanted to Duck out the way and Vaughn out the way so that he could be the king? I seen it happen before. I seen two big rappers, the two of the big ones that everybody loved, get the two leaders get knocked down, and then somebody else took their place. And just so happens that somebody is Jay-Z. And guess what Dirk said in one of his songs? I'm the Chicago Jay-Z. I'm always put that in y'all fucking head. So to everybody else looking at it, they was thinking the Chicago Jay-Z business, top rapper, got his life together, rich. Nah, I was looking at it the other way. And guess who just happened to be in Chicago the other day? Jigga. Looking demonic as hell. I'm sorry. He was standing next to somebody in a restaurant. That person was smiling, and he just looked like a fuck. I was like, what the fuck is he doing over there? What the fuck is he doing over there? See, because it's some shit is going on. Something. And listen to Dirk music. He's talking in riddles. Well, they can make it look like Cash has something to do with it, and it could have came from his own side to hide shit. Because this case was different. This case involved the feds. Yeah, Skippy out in Chicago. What the fuck? When you ever seen him out there? Yeah, exactly, OMC. That shit is important what OMC just said. He's just a vessel now. And Dirk is on the way to being a vessel if he's not already a vessel. He's on his way to being a vessel. And it's not because this is the way people want it to be. This is the system that they live under. That's how they live. If you want to be rich, I wish it could be like that. Like you just do what you do and you make it and you become successful and but it's not like, I'm sorry, y'all, that's not the type of world we live in. It's not like that. You can't be 100 millionaire and all that shit without, I meant to drop the link, I ain't copy, and just live happily ever after. If you're going to have that kind of money, look how many black people is rich like that, billionaires and millionaires. They don't do shit for us. We go through all this. They don't help us. They could do things. If they have this money, why they can't put $1 million each and do something for their hoods? Why? They never help because they're not allowed to help. The conditions of you having that type of money is you're not going to go back and help your people. You can't give them no money. Dirk went out there with $1 million one time. For what? To do a video. Did he give anything to anybody? Did he pass out any money to his peoples that's out there busting they struggling? Why would you want to? And then when I really started looking at him is when in the heat of all this murder and shit, he just kept saying things and people would get killed from his side. And he wouldn't stop doing it. Like, why you keep doing that? See, because if I was demonic and I seen that there was an artist that he could say one thing on a song and 10 motherfuckers is going to die, I would be looking at him too to put him on a pedestal. Thank you, AJ King. Yeah, you see what happened? Okay, that's a good thing you just brought up too, Maya. Nobody is blogging on the fact that the feds, when they arrested some YSL members, they was in the middle of doing a ritual killing a goat. Nobody's talking about that. What happened to Obama's? That's the second chef from the White House that was found dead. What happened to? What did they see? The real killers is not going to come out and see because The real killers, I don't think there was a councilwoman from Chicago when I first started seeing the murder rate in Chicago. This was maybe 2019 or 18. She was a councilwoman, and there was a whole article that was out there where she said that she didn't think that all the killings was coming from gang members. She thought that some of those killings was coming from the police. I can't find that article nowhere. I can't find her. What she said, nothing. But she said that. Probably Dream Doll, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dirk is involved in this case with Duck because he would never be number one if Vaughn or Duck was alive. Just like Jay-Z would have never been number one if Big or Pac was alive. So spiritually, y'all, things played out like that, you know. Unfortunately, it played out that way. And they was Duck and Vaughn was a lot alike in their perspective. Duck gave out money to his gang. Vaughn gave out money to his gang. Duck might not have had enough money, a lot of money, but he still was giving. You see videos where he was giving money out to his peoples. Vaughn was giving money to his gang. Vaughn was the leader on his side. Duck was the leader on their side. And I told y'all they both had the same type of energy. Just like Big and Pac did. They both was Geminis. They was friends. Just like Duck and Vaughn was friends. Look, listen. I truly believe that Pac and Duck was Pac and Big was separated on purpose. And I think that, that situation between Vaughn and Duck was exacerbated because they didn't want them to be friends. I saw that in the cards when I pulled the cards. People didn't want him to be friend Duck. And deep down inside both of them, they wanted to stop the bullshit. It had gotten too far. But Duck was the only one that expressed that. Vaughn wasn't mature enough to express it. I know, Maya. If Vaughn was mature enough to be the leader he was supposed to be, I think that would have been shut down. If he had the energy that like that like Tay has, that's what Vaughn was supposed to be doing. What Tay Savage is doing now. See, I think maybe Tay Savage got that same message and he decided to follow what's up, Kaya? He decided to go with what his spirit was telling him because he's more of a leader. He was more independent, more mature. But if Vaughn was more mature, they would both still be here. If they was able to speak, that's why Tay Savage needs protection. He definitely do. He definitely do. Because it's a whole different type of beef that he's having for doing what he's gonna have for doing what he's doing. And then you see he's been going around and praying in different states, and all of a sudden, here comes Dirk saying he gonna have a big prayer. Why you didn't have a big prayer in the middle of all that shit when it was going on? Tay Savage was in jail. Why you didn't have a big prayer before, Dirk? When your brother got killed, when your cousin got killed, when your manager got killed. Why didn't you have a prayer then? No, you kept on throwing shit in your songs, kept on amping up the fucking beef. You didn't do none of that. Now Tay Savage is going all over the place and praying in O Block, going to Philly, praying on the spot where Gilly the kid's son got killed and doing all that type of shit. And now you're going to announce that you're going to do a big prayer? My stomach dropped when he came out saying like string like he did, and immediately the Vaughn comparisons came. Strong. Mm-hmm. Well, I think he's much. I think that Tay Savage sat back and watched everything that happened, and I think that he just took it in a different way. Instead of taking it with anger, he might have seen past it. I think he's very intelligent and smart. And I just wish that Duck and Vaughn would have had the chance to live that long and see things the way Tay is seeing it now. Tay Savage, not Tay 600. He's not Tay Capone. He's trying to get there, but he still got that shit in his heart. Yeah, Tay Savage is the perfect example of going from a boy to a man in that type of environment. That's what was supposed to happen, and that was what a lot of people didn't let happen, including people in the audience. I put a lot of fucking um even if these people are trying to do things to us, like we don't have enough love for each other to fucking say that shit is fucking wicked and evil what you doing. They jumping on people mothers things saying fuck your son and he should have ducked and all that shit in her comments. Like you niggas is fucking evil. That's why I'm glad when Mama Duck be minding me up, because I be blocking the fuck out of them immediately. Exactly, Sparks. Exactly. Because he was watching. He analyzed that shit. And I think Duck did too, but he just didn't have nobody behind him. They wasn't ready at that time. The rest of them wasn't mature enough to see the vision that Duck had. Yeah, he I didn't like what he said, NC. Like, I didn't like what he said. He be feed. That's why I got on one of his videos one time and made a comment. And I said, you can't hold Duck accountable for dead bitches and not hold your friends accountable that wasn't trying to take the olive branch that he was given. Because if they did, he would have never made dead bitches. So you can't say that you don't respect Duck for not doing for not dissing, and you knew that your fucking friends was up there dissing his dead cousin and brother and all that shit. What the fuck you think he was gonna do? Say nothing? Like, why you want him to not say nothing? Why is it that people expect him not to defend what they want? No, that's not realistic. He wasn't a bitch, and y'all knew he wasn't a bitch. Just the same way you was defending your people, he was defending his. It was like they was trying to bully him, like, yeah, we could do this, but you can't do it. And then they talk about how he was dissing T. Roy, and yeah, he shouldn't have dissed T. Roy. But y'all was dissing his dead brother. T. Roy was his Von's very close friend, and he loved him, but Duck lost his blood brother. And his cousin. Two of his cousins, or more, three cousins. Scrap, uh, uh, um, um, Raheem, and what's the other cousin? And Kobe. That was his blood. Yeah, Kobe, Raheem, and Scrap. Chuka was his friend, but I'm saying his blood got killed in this shit. So if he was able to do that and he had lost blood, why couldn't they do it? D-Thing was still alive. The saddest thing was watching a whole generation. I'm telling you, Kaya. I used to call A and say, "Hey, this shit is like The Wire. Like, I can't believe this is going on." I was watching all the videos SNTV was making, the documentaries, and I was looking at them, and I started noticing that at the end, all of them was dead. Maybe one or two was still alive. All of them was dead at the end. That was the most terrifying. I couldn't fucking believe that shit, y'all. I'm telling you, I was fucking amazed. I was like, and this is going on in Chicago, which is a smaller state than New York. And they deaded that shit when it was happening here with the drugs and shit in the 80s. They shut that shit down. You see all the laws New York have. Everybody talk about New York laws, gun laws and shit. It came from my era when I was growing up. So why didn't they do that? And we trying to figure out what to do. What the fuck you mean? You did it over here. It's 8 million people over here. It's 3 million people in Chicago. So you mean to tell me you couldn't do nothing about it? No, they wanted it to happen. And now what they wanted to happen has happened, mission accomplished, and now they're gonna come round everybody ass up. And I told them it's a 10-year span. I kept fucking telling everybody that shit, y'all. Right, right. That's good, Maya. I'm glad you caught him. Y'all just don't know sitting here living through all of it. I can imagine. And see, I know because I lived through, I told y'all I tried to escape New York at the time. I was going to a funeral every 2 to 3 weeks. I was going to a fucking wake. And I wanted to get the hell out of New York. And I went to the fucking murder capital. I went to Maryland. Maryland was cool where my father was because he was in the suburbs. But I still wanted to party. I was a city girl. So I would go to DC and go to the clubs out there in DC, and it was people, and at that time, DC was the murder capital. So don't think I don't know. I know. It's something that was released over there. You know, it was something that was released over there, y'all. It's not just people was just fucked up. No, it's something that some type of experiment. And then when they saw that this was happening, they made everybody want to do drill now. Like you can't get a doggone contract and you're not in a gang and you're not, all that shit was a setup. Every fucking, even R&B artists was trying to link themselves up they blood or something. I'm lying. DC is a fucking, it ain't even big enough to be a state, and they was murdering each other. My son's father got killed in DC. Yep. Yep, my yacht. DC was off the hook at that time. So don't think that this is the first time that this shit happened. It's not. It's not the first time. They just shut it down. But they when it was going on out there, they was allowing it. They allowed it. And now it's over because now they want to put that library over there. And I think they want to put it on the south side. And they're gonna clean that shit up. The kids told me they closed down the motherfucking Rothschilds liquor store that was right there in between O Block and 63rd, which is very goddamn fucking coincidental, isn't it? Because the Rothschilds is one of the families of the elite people that run this motherfucking world that do all type of shit to us without our knowledge. And their name is Rothschilds. Now let me ask y'all this, Rothschild. Now let me ask y'all this. If you got a liquor store, would you name it a name like that? Who's fucking sponsoring those liquor stores? Come on now. As soon as I said, what's the name of that liquor store? They said Rothschild. Oh shit! Right in the middle of 63rd and O Block. That's some type of energy play, okay? But now that it's quiet, guess what? Rothschild's is closed. It's closed now. They told me. Now that a whole generation was knocked each other off, the fucking liquor store Rothschild is closed. I know Rockefeller. It's a whole bunch of them. It's 13 families. Rothschilds and Rockefellers, just two of them. It's people that's higher than them. The DuPonts. It's a whole bunch of these motherfuckers. But when I saw Rothschild in the middle of that, I said, oh shit, yo. I know I'm right now. I know they got a hand in this shit. Look, their fucking name is right there. The fucking name is right there. When Bill Cosby got arrested, and I was watching all the episodes of A Different World, and it was one episode where she was talking about the Rothschilds for a good 10 minutes, and that's when I knew that he was down with them. What the fuck is you talking about the Rothschilds for, Whitley? That's when I started to understand that they recruit people through them sororities and fraternities as well. Because that's why they was pushing that A Different World show. Even though it was positive, but it wasn't so much the education he was pushing. He was pushing going to college because he was pushing the fraternities and sororities. So his ass got spanked by spirit because he let a lot of people into that fucking lifestyle of signing it up with these people through fraternities and sororities. That's why you always see when these motherfuckers do give millions of dollars, what do they give it to? Colleges. They don't give it to the hood. They give it to big. Oh, Dr. Dre gave $1 million to the college. This one gave 20 million to the college. They don't never give that shit to the hood. Why? Because they're giving back to the process of recruiting people into these secret societies, the boule. That's why if you have friends or children, you see the difference in them after they go, especially if they joined a sorority or a fraternity. And you can go pull it up on YouTube right now, and you will see people that used to be in fraternity, and they tell you all the demonic rituals they had to do to get in. Because when you want to join any type of thing that has nothing to do with God, you have to submit to them. That's why they have to be submissive. They have to show how submissive they will be, that they will give their power to these people instead of going to get an education and building something in their old communities to help. They always fucking leave and look down on their communities because they joined these fraternities and sororities. And they join because if you join, even on a so at one point when I was looking for a job, they even had on the application, they would ask you if you're in a fraternity or sorority. You see, they ask you, are you a veteran or not? Because if you was a veteran, they'll reward you. They'll put you on another list because you already took an oath to serve the system. So that's why you get the little perks. But this situation, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen during this trial. I'm waiting to see if, because that boy did something really dumb asking for D-Thing. That's the first person he asked for. That's right. What does protected veteran mean? Protected from what? What are you protected from? What does that mean? Protected veteran. Why don't they just ask you if you're a veteran? Yeah, so any way that you go in this life where you can bring something back to the community and be a positive influence or give positive reinforcement, they make sure that you're under their control. You see the story with the doctor where she pulled the baby's head off trying to pull the baby out of the mother. They said that the baby's shoulders was stuck in the mother, and they couldn't take the baby. The baby couldn't come out. So they took the baby by the head, was trying to pull the baby by the head. What fucking doctor would do that? Like, I'm not a doctor. I know I wouldn't be trying to pull a baby out of a woman by the head. But some of their jobs is to do as much damage to God's children coming here as possible. So this doctor was probably in one of them secret societies. Maybe she didn't mean to pull the baby's head off, but she has no respect for God's children. How hard was she pulling that baby that that baby's head came off? When you're having a baby, the doctor wasn't just there by herself. There was other people there. Y'all didn't ask her what the fuck was she doing? Because they're taught to disrespect us too. So if it was a white girl or a light skinned girl with straight hair, it would be a different. But it probably was a black baby. So who gives a fuck? But this is gonna be one hell of a fucking case. She asked to have a C-section, Skippy. She told them she wanted to have a C-section. They told her it wasn't necessary, that she could give birth traditionally. That's what they told her. She asked them for a C-section. But that's why people has been saying for the past 8 or 5 years that black people shouldn't have babies in the hospital no more. And I thought that was crazy. I was like, what the fuck you mean? Like, where should you have the baby? FBG Butter, he on his channel discussing the case. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's no fucking way in hell I could see Vaughn just going independently to give them $100,000. Put $100,000 on Duck head, and Dirk didn't know about it. Yeah, they had to do a C-section later. Now, I remember when even if you was an accessory to a crime like that, you would have to go to jail. Now they don't even get. I don't see nothing happen to people that's look. 21 Savage, his whole crew just got a RICO charge. Is he named in the RICO? I ain't hear nothing about him being named. If it's an enterprise with a RICO charge, it's a sponsor. It's someone there that's providing money. Why is the ones that's providing money being left out of these RICO charges? But yes, we do need more doulas. We do. Um, and doulas are what they used to call the mothers at midwife that delivers babies at home. That's what a doula is, y'all. Yeah, but they don't do. I don't know why they don't use the same charges over here in the other states if they really wanted to stop it. That's why I said they don't want to stop it because I seen them stop it here. If they wanted to stop it, they could stop it. They don't want to stop it. They wanted enough of them to kill each other because they probably saw what type of souls was coming down there. I'm telling y'all, y'all don't think that shit is real. I'm telling y'all that shit is the truth. They were soft on crime for a reason because they had a plan and their whole plan played out and now it's over. And they led them to believe that they could continuously do this and kill each other like that and there would be no consequences. But now that most of the key players are gone and a lot of young men, a whole goddamn generation has been erased, the job has been done. Mission accomplished. They're not going to let them keep doing that. Yeah, because it they was a lot of them was based in New York. Al Capone was in New York, and he got kicked out, and they sent him to run Chicago. because it was a little bit smaller, and they wanted to be here incognito. So they didn't want him over here. It's shiesty there because they opened the motherfucking portals, yo. My IG page is lotus.queen.31. I got a picture up there. My picture is there. Lotus.queen.31. But this is gonna be one hell of a case, y'all. The shit that's coming. I saw the picture of TZ looking out the window watching Doug, yo. That shit just sent something through me, yo. You could see him looking out the window. I was like, this is a demonic piece of shit. Then you come out and see that he was mad at Duck because Duck had slept with his baby mother like 15 years ago. What the fuck? Now we know the Rwandans, how the Rwandans feels. A little at least. Man, OMC. I don't think the kids are going to recycle the beef because it's not, they're not going to allow that anymore. Like, they already got rid of what they wanted to get rid of. They got rid of the leaders and they got rid of the people who were actually the key players in the drill scene. So there's nothing else to do now. And then you got the residuals happening now. They finished. That's why they shut down the motherfucking liquor store, the Rothschild's liquor store. And when I saw where it was, I was like, oh my, you can't be more clearer than that. It's over, Skippy. And they used two birds to kill one stone. They wanted to shut down O Block. They wanted to shut down 63rd. So they let them do that to Duck. They left him there. They didn't actually kill him because he was still alive. What caused Duck to die was them leaving them there and not giving him no help for 20 goddamn minutes. They knew who did that from the gate. They sent the cops to O Block immediately after Duck was killed. Yeah, I know it's mentioned in the paperwork, but let's see what happens. What's up, the one in Mar? Let's see what happens. I know his name gonna be mentioned in there, but you saw how Vaughn was looking at Dirk in that court case. He knew so he figured something out with Dirk, yo. And I don't think Dirk wanted to face him after that court case. And that's why they came with that clause that they can't be around each other. That's the perfect excuse to not have to face him. Did he know he was gonna die? I don't know. I don't know because that was a pretty elaborate setup. But then again, it wasn't. Because if Lil Tim wouldn't have shot Vaughn, I think them shots would have came from somewhere else. Yeah, something was gonna go down because there was several shots happening, several different shootings happening when Vaughn got shot. Because I remember when they first announced Vaughn got shot, they said the cops killed him. That's what they said. They said he was killed by an undercover policeman. And they said the same thing about D-Thing when he got killed. The first announcements, I always pay attention to the first announcement. Always. After the first announcement, they start cleaning up. But if y'all have a good memory, y'all will remember the first reports that came out when D-Thing got killed, they were saying that a cop shot him. And the first reports that came out when Vaughn was killed, they were saying that a cop shot him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I doubt it because I just started working. I probably won't be able to take vacation so early, but I'm definitely gonna be. She know I got her back. Officer Francois, it's too many fucking coincidences. It's too many. It's too many. But the first fucking reports, the first time I heard that Vaughn died, they said he was killed by an undercover policeman. The first time I heard D Thing got killed, they said he was killed by a policeman at that club outside. Yes, yes, OMC. First they said he got shot twice, and then now come to find out he got shot 4 times. I ain't see little Tim shoot Vaughn 4 times. Um, the first reports came out with Duck. They said he got shot 3 times. Duck got shot 16 times. Why was they lying? Yeah, because little Tim got shot and he got on the floor. I think the gun was jammed because he kept trying to fire the gun. What? OMC? Yeah, Louis didn't get killed. Louis is alive. Louis lived. They told us that he was dead, but he lived. They was wrong. They told us Louis was dead. But Louis, you don't hear shit from Louis. You don't hear Louis saying shit. He's not in the mix anymore with them. I'm gonna listen to that shit on see as soon as I get down from here. I always said from the door that I did a video on that. I said that Lil Tim wasn't gonna be punished as we think he would be because it could be easily be self defense. You even seen people swinging on him. Just the swings was missing that they was throwing at Quando Rondo, but they still was swinging on him. It was just weird. It just happened in a 3 day span, y'all. I'm telling you. I seen that shit coming. Especially at the when he laughed at Duck's death. That was my first thing was like, oh shit. I was looking at the screen. I said, oh shit, why did he do that? He's gonna die now. Exactly, Maya. That's what I said. I said your reputation precedes you. So, but it's exactly the way Tupac got killed. It's the same fucking story. Somebody from the crew said something to them. They went to go fight, and then they wound up getting shot and they died. Same fucking story. Same exact story. So I just wanted to jump up here and just give y'all that spiritual aspect of what I found in that situation. It's much, much more. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, when he laughed like that, Skippy, OMC, that then in the black it's hot. Dirk says, like that chain set. Let me get that. Then it shows a V-Roy chain. Mm-mm-mm. Well, it sort of reminds me of y'all. Tell me what y'all think about this. When Von when Big died, right? Jay Z was getting ready to release an album, and I was like, oh, I know he gonna release a song about Big. You know what I'm saying? But the song he released, it said, "You belong to the city. You belong to the night. In the river of darkness, he's the man of the night. And in the background, it was saying, the city is mine. I was like, what? I didn't find that to be, it was too early for him to be talking like that. Like, why are you saying the city is yours? Like, that's what you're going to say after your man died? That was kind of cold to me. So then I saw after Vaughn died, the first song that this dude released was Back in Blood. Didn't he release Back in Blood? When did he release Back in Blood? Y'all tell me. It was not too long after Vaughn died, right? In My Lifetime, Volume 1. That's right, Skippy. I'm telling you, Jay-Z is his mentor. He want to be like Jay-Z. He want to be cold-hearted and disgusting, and that's his mentor. And he doing shit exactly like him, if you ask me. I didn't think that was an appropriate song to release after Vaughn died, Back in Blood. What the fuck is you saying? Where's the song to Vaughn? Where's the song to your man? The night Vaughn died, he released that song? Damn. You see how that shit went right over everybody's fucking head? Hmm. It's just like when I was trying to tell people about Jay-Z. The city just loved him because he represented Brooklyn. But I was like, fuck that shit. That nigga's evil, yo. He's not who we think he is. And I think Dirk is the same fucking way, too. He was on live listening to it as Vaughn was being shot. Damn. See, everybody will take that and say that's just coincidence and this and that. Listen, that's a whole ritual right there. Remember when Dirk said, "Who got naked? That boy a trophy. I'ma put him on the shelf." He turned to show Von face on the back of his jacket. This the same goddamn video. Yo, they don't have no shame now. Like I think Jay Z waited about 2 weeks, and then he's just saying the city is mine. You belong to the night, nigga. We the people of the light. We the people of the day. Who the fuck is your God, nigga? Who you represent? The fuck is you talking about the night for? It was just a dark ass song to me. It was a dark song to release after your man died. And then this dude come with this dark song, Back in Blood. He playing that shit when it's announced and when the people was telling him that Vaughn got shot. That's the song you release? Back in Blood? What the fuck does that mean? Your man just died, got shot up. Well, hey, that's just me, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it was just a weird coincidence, JR. I'm looking too far into it. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And the Rothschilds just happened to be there because it was just fucking there. Yeah, I was saying that the one MR, out of all the other songs he released, City is Mine, which was to me weak. Yeah, it was weak, but it meant something else, Skippy. It wasn't meant to be what we wanted it to be. It was meant to. He was pledging his motherfucking allegiance, and he was bragging that the city is his now because fucking Pac and Big is gone. I think he going to jail. I think he going to jail. I don't think they need him anymore. They don't need him no more. Just like when Meek Mill was representing all that murder shit going on in Philly, now that it was just going on by itself, they ain't need Meek Mill. They don't need him no more. Back in Blood was him having blood to his higher ups, showing him listening to it when Vaughn died. I'm telling you, they be doing all that shit, Sparks. They be pledging their allegiance right in front of their face to their people. That's what he was listening to while they kept messaging him. I saw it. I saw that. I saw that, OMC. I just didn't know the name of the song that was playing. He's making a statement. He definitely is. Just like to me, Jay was making a statement like he was, taking over. And then later on, I heard that he agreed to represent the agenda, and he agreed to be the one that they use. You know what I'm saying? And he took on all big persona after he died, just like everybody was saying, "Oh, Dirk trying to sound like Vaughn." It's too many fucking coincidences, yo. Too many. Pooh Shiesty was gone right after that Back in Blood. He sure was, Skippy. If they don't fucking kill you, they put your ass in jail. Look at Suge. Look at big almighty Suge. He don't even want to come out his cell now, I'm hearing. He don't even want to leave his cell. Yeah, it's not a game out here, y'all. I'm telling you. Y'all don't have to believe me. Y'all can go and do your own research. And if you don't believe me, those of you who don't, I want you to explain to me why the fuck those YSL members, when they got arrested while they was killing the goat for a ritual. You tell me. You tell me. They was even with the eyes they was doing, like I was like, y'all don't see this demonic shit. This is demonic. Even though homeboy think I killed his cousin. I know. I know, OMC. They put it right in our face because I told y'all they got to tell us what they doing. They got to tell us. And since nobody was saying, what the hell is this? And protesting that type of shit, and everybody went along with it, the YSL case falling apart, them folks covered. Somebody's going to jail for murder in that YSL case. Somebody's going to jail for a long time. I think that Young Thug pledged allegiance to them, but he didn't really mean it in his heart. Because every chance he got, he was giving back to the community and shit. And that's a no-no. You don't do that. Jada Youngin was given, even though he was popping all that shit, he was giving back to the community. Look what happened to Jada Youngin. Jada Youngin used to do events all the time. You can see videos of him going to a homeless person giving him all the money in his pocket. Bond's autopsy photos were part of the rituals. Definitely was. They fed off that energy and they wanted to use that energy, Vaughn's energy, to spread the drill essence, to spread the murder energy. They wanted to use his essence to do that. Big time humiliation. And then it was funny how Duck said, "You want to see a dead body?" Like all that shit was just so fucking like, it's not a coincidence. But anyway, y'all, wicked as hell. That shit was wicked, yo. Shit was wicked. Oh, okay, okay. But see, they not on the right side of the fence though. He took an oath. So, I mean, he's not going to get the same effects from doing those type of things as someone who didn't take an oath to the enemy. He took an oath to the enemy. I seen one of them Jada Younger videos of him giving back McDonald's to the homeless, and one of the other rappers he was with was like, "Don't touch me." I seen Jada Younger wake homeless people up and give them stacks full of money. So he was bad. He was doing bad shit. He was conflicted, and poor Jada Youngin just didn't have good supervision. That's what happened with Jada Youngin. He had a bunch of people around him that was of no fucking help to him whatsoever. That's a fact, Skippy. I'm telling you, it is some crazy fucking times. But people still have a right to decide what they're going to support and not support. And people just go with whatever's out there and not calling it out for what it is. How could you watch people just sit there and watch people getting killed back and forth and not say that that's evil? Like, are you serious? 100%. So clearly, it's been talked about for Duck to say that he literally warned Vaughn of the body. That's a fact. That's a fact. You a sacrifice. He sent you to get bodied. And then that happened 3 months after Duck died. Like, come on now. That shit is crazy. Like this is gonna be one hell. You think the YNW Melly case was something? Psh, this is gonna be one hell of a fucking case, yo. Yeah, they programmed and brainwashed. They definitely are. They comfortable with it. Because there's no one around them bringing attention to it. Like, nobody's bringing attention to that shit. Nobody was. Like I said, I think it was a blur. I think it was a blur while it was going on. And then now that the dust has cleared and the smoke settled, I think people are saying, "Damn!" Like I think killing Duck was a big mistake. You know what I'm saying? The whole energy changed when they did that. Queen, that little Fulio from Florida talk about his grandma's Haitian. Quando Rondo be saying that too. Quando Rondo be talking about because Quando Rondo have Haitian roots. And Kodak Black. And Kodak Black. A lot of the public want to change. They love the way it is. They never going to admit it. They was looking at that shit like entertainment. That's what they was doing. But when I was looking at it, I was looking for the spiritual messages in that shit because I knew it was something spiritual in there. Okay, see, let me get my phone. I knew it was a message. I knew it. I knew. Who the hell is texting me, yo? Oh, how about that damn this? Hmm. Yeah, that's how them Haitian jits evade the Lord. They worship Ishu. I know. And not just Ishu, they also is it Umbatala? No, it's not Umbatala. Asata used one of them Orishas. Um, oh my God, this fucking pictures of THFTZ. Oh my God, y'all. You know what? I gotta find that picture of Ti. I gotta find that damn picture before I let y'all get off of here. Um, no, it's not. I think it's not Obatala. It's another one that she uses. And she did a whole website where she was trying to teach people how to use the Orishas. Um, where the fuck is my photos at? Um, I'm gonna find this T.I. picture, y'all. I'm gonna find this shit. Wait, find this fucking T.I. picture. So fucking, it's fucking disgusting, yo. This looks scary. Like, what the fuck was you doing? That you would take a picture like that? But I want y'all to see it because I want y'all to see I ain't bullshitting. Because a lot of people be saying they don't like when you talk like this because it makes them have to face the truth. And spiritually, they're not ready for that shit. But if you're a child, you got to pick a side now. You either with God or you with the devil. That's it. It ain't no in between. You got to pick a side now. Okay, that's the real picking sides, honey. Where is this shit at, y'all? Let me show y'all this fucking picture. Y'all just be prepared. It looked like it's something stuck up his ass. I ain't lying. Um, where's this fucking picture at? Hope I ain't past this shit, y'all. What's it on? It's I got it saved. Somebody sent it to me. And I don't know where they got this shit from. This is something real fucking private. I don't know where the hell they got this from, but somebody sent that shit to me. And I kept it. I saved it. And I started to post it, but I was like, nah, people ain't ready for this. Like, they ain't ready for this type of shit. But that shit gonna scare the shit out them. But I'm gonna show it to y'all. If I can fucking find it. Um, these people, if they want those millions of dollars, they gotta do what they're told. And some of these niggas be doing unspeakable shit that y'all will never believe. But that's the way it is here. This is not. Oh, I have this picture. What I have this picture for? Um, damn, y'all. I don't want to keep y'all just idling here. Who the fuck is this picture at, y'all? I think I'm getting close to it because it looks like it's familiar. These pictures around these pictures. Give me one more minute, y'all. Give me one more minute. I'm gonna find this motherfucker. I should have screenshotted it so it could be on the top. But I ain't want to keep looking at that shit because it's a fucking disturbing ass picture, yo. Um, and I know I can't put it up on none of my social media because they'll probably chastise me for it because that's how fucked up that picture is to me. Um, I was like, ew, like, what the fuck? Well, why would somebody take a picture like this? Where's this shit at? I got so many pictures and videos in my fucking phone. Um, Thousands of these shits. What y'all doing? What Sparks say? All these rappers took the D and gave the. That's a fact, Sparks. What's up, Miss Ashley? I'm trying to find this picture for y'all, y'all. Wait, I think it's right around here. I'm gonna find this fucking picture. I don't care if I have to go live again and say I found the picture. Because I don't want to post this shit. Oh, I got look, look what I got in here, y'all. This, hold on. This is the picture. This is the picture, this the picture of, look, let me see if I can get it here. This is the picture of ducking them in front of the building. You see the number? 6318. You see that? I told y'all. I kept that. You want to see that picture, Maya? Oh, this motherfucker at y'all. I hope I didn't pass the shit, because if I pass it, I'm gonna have to go live again, and either today or tomorrow, and let y'all see. And I'm gonna just say I found the picture so y'all can see that shit, cause I don't fucking see it, and I know I didn't delete it. I just don't know what year it is, so I can't go to the year and look for it. I gotta go all through it. I think it was 2020 during the pandemic. It was during the pandemic they sent me that fucking picture. Wait a minute. I got a picture of the Rothschild liquor store right here. This when I was doing my research. Let's see. Where this fucking picture at, yo? This is ridiculous. I think I passed it, y'all, because I don't see it. And I know I got that shit. Ooh, I got pictures of Biden kissing all over little girls. I got all type of shit in here. Mm. Ooh! Look at Alcina, the one that what's her name was sleeping with. Look at this, y'all. Look at the one that Jada Pinkett was sleeping with. Look at his fucking picture right. Look. Alcina, August Alcina. That's his ass. see. Where's this shit at? I think I passed it. I'ma find it and I'ma because I think as I'm looking, I want to find it so bad. You know, when you want something to get something so bad, then you don't fucking get it. Son of a bitch. You don't want to see that. I just wanted to. Oh, here it is. Oh shit, y'all. Oh shit, I found this motherfucker. Look at this picture. Wait, I can't even remove this. I can't. I will have to go all the way back to. Look at this shit, y'all. This is T.I. Let me see, can I get it? Can y'all see that it's T.I.? What the fuck is he doing in this picture, y'all? What is he doing? It's covered up, but what is he doing? Y'all see that shit? His face even look funny as hell, like the way his face is. That's why I look like he something is in his ass or something. You see his face? Look. Y'all see that? No, this is T.I. This is T.I. Somebody sent this shit to me in 2020, y'all. What the fuck is he doing? He got his legs cocked open. Look, and it's blacked out in the middle. But why is it so much black? Listen, y'all. Y'all see that? I hope my titty don't pop out my shirt. No, it's not Photoshop. I wish I could show it to y'all. I should go live on Instagram and show y'all that shit. I told y'all these motherfuckers be doing weird ass shit. And somebody sent me that picture. If y'all want me to send it to y'all inbox, I can. But who will take a picture like that with their legs cocked open like that? Come on, yo. What dude, and his facial expression, let me show y'all one more time. His facial expression look like what is this facial expression that he has? Wait. Look at this shit. What is this face? Look. Why you laughing? Why you laughing, Jay? Why y'all laughing? What the fuck is that, yo? I don't know who the fuck sent me that picture and where the fuck they got it from, but my black ass have the picture. What the fuck was he doing? I'm not in none of the IG chats. I'm gonna send it to you. You can put it in there. What the fuck was he doing? I think that he was sitting on something, y'all. You see how his face looked like it's something stuck in his ass. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, he was naked. He was naked. You can't see that he's naked because it's blacked out, but something's not right there. What is that in that picture, and why does his face look so strained like that? That shit crazy. Anyway, I've been up here almost 2 hours fucking with y'all. I hope I got my point across. What I was trying to say. And these are the people that people idolize, y'all. And we think they something totally different. But y'all can't, y'all would have never saw him in this position, in this, what is it? Is it, what is somebody sucking him off? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that is, y'all. Hardy say he looking like Puss in Boots. Listen, honey. You made my shift go so much faster. OMC. What the fuck was he doing in that picture, yo? Thank you, JR. I'm telling you, listen, who could say that I'm lying now? I showed y'all that picture. Like, I don't know how I get my hands on these type of things. You know how much of a hoopla I can cause with that? With that picture? I don't even remember who sent me that picture, y'all. I just know I got it, and it just screamed wickedness to me. Like, what the fuck is this? I think he had a dildo up his ass. Yeah, these niggas is not. These men is not. I don't. Maybe that's why I'm so turned off from dating. Like, I listen. If I ever found out that somebody I was fucking with, where he live at, on YouTube or Instagram? Let me let y'all go so y'all can go to his live. I want to go too. He on Instagram or he on That's why everybody left me. He on Instagram or he on YouTube. And he probably recorded that shit. Where he at, y'all? Yeah, let me get rid of this fucking T.I. picture. Oh, yuck. Get off my screen, yo. I'm a screenshot it though in case I want to show it to somebody else. Where he at, y'all? He on YouTube or he live on Instagram? Let me go to my Instagram and see where he at. If he up there, because y'all ain't telling me. I see Hood is live on Instagram. What AK saying?
What's up? This what I feel like, right? I feel like regardless of the hit, the way right both sides been killed.
Wait, I should be recording this. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go because we have things to do. Y'all won't tell me where Butter is. Y'all fronting on me and won't tell me where Butter is at. Why can't I? Wait a minute. I just want to put the thing up there.
Each other when a
I'll see.
Nigga make a phone call.
I don't follow Butter. He a character.
It really don't matter where you at.
I know. NC probably got it.
Fuck TZ baby mama. If TZ synced up, regardless of the
What AK talking about?
Say it again, yeah. If TZ would have synced up, regardless of the hit, he still would have made a phone call to O Block, and them niggas still would have either waited till he left the Gold Coast. I believe the murder motivation in the Gold Coast was let's get him wherever he at it's a bag. We about to get this bag. Now, if TZ still would have called them niggas, they probably would have waited till he left the Gold Coast. But that phone call still would have got made because he still fucked TZ baby mama, and he know his niggas don't fuck with us, and they want to kill him regardless.
All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go live every day, but I'm trying to copy this. I'm trying to tape this, y'all.
Last year,
I'm showing y'all myself. What if I was naked in here? Oh, I'm glad I ain't naked.
She was saying, and she was basically saying, like, nigga, it don't matter if TZ would have seen that nigga wherever the fuck, he would have made that phone call, hit or not. You know what I mean?
I'll help.
All right, y'all. Love you, JR. Love y'all.
I didn't see it in the indictment.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
I didn't see the indictment where basically they said that TZ even knew about
Okay,
the
Maya.
on his head.